I'm honored to be here. I'm Danielle Nova. I have been the executive director of San Francisco Psychedelic Society for the past 6.5 years. I was part of the founding team of Decriminalize Nature Oakland. I've created educational programs and classes for psychedelic people in the space for over 15,000 people worldwide, integration spaces. I'm the founder of Psychedelic Recovery, which is a program that supports people that are using psychedelics for addiction recovery. We provide education and community support network, and I also work as a psychedelic guide and a microdosing coach. I'm very excited to be here today because Adam Bram and I just launched a new microdosing facilitator training. It's a 4-month training program that we're really looking forward to diving in and explaining here today.
My name is Adam Bramlage. I'm the founder of Flow State Micro. We're a functional mushroom company and a microdosing education platform. I work one-on-one with microdosing clients to create a protocol that is unique to themselves and their life. I've worked with thousands of people over the years, not only one-on-one, but through online education. Made a few amazing programs with Danielle herself through the microdosing movement and the San Francisco Psychedelic Society. I'm also the co-founder of the microdosing facilitator training. That's the 4-month online certification training where you can become a microdosing facilitator and learn from 16 of the world's leading experts and clinicians and researchers around the world.
Our mission is to mature the field of microdosing. As Adam mentioned, microdosing has been around for thousands of years, and just like larger dose experiences, it can be powerful to have a guide or a facilitator to guide you through a microdosing protocol. Similarly to large dose experiences, even though we're taking small, tiny doses of psychedelics, it still can produce big changes and big experiences. And so our mission is to empower existing practitioners, clinicians, facilitators in the space, but also to empower new people to enter into the psychedelic field as a new career, and empowering them with the ethical standards, the information, the standard operating procedures, the most up-to-date clinical research that's currently out there on psychedelics and microdosing, and what's happening in the field. We've been working one-on-one with hundreds of, if not thousands of individuals collectively throughout all of the teachers in our program. And so we're putting together thought leaders in education to really educate new facilitators how to ethically and properly guide others through a microdosing protocol. A lot of pitfalls can happen. People can take microdosing and not really understand what they're doing and actually how to receive the most benefits from this transformative practice. And that's why we see such a need to empower new practitioners with this information so that we can improve outcomes, we can reduce harm with people that are working with psychedelics, and really take this field to a new, mature, incredible level.
I like to say that microdosing is a skill, not a magic pill. And when we're working with psychedelics, especially a psychedelic as potent as LSD, microdosing is something that can go wrong. So it's really important that as we get closer to psychedelic decriminalization and legalization, that we're really talking about education. So the importance of this microdosing facilitator training is really to educate professionals in the field, from doctors and nurses, psychotherapists to Reiki masters to coaches, you name it. We are really trying to professionalize and set a group of standards and ethics for microdosing facilitators and those interested in microdosing to have a base and to have a place to come and to be a part of a community that is trying to really legitimize the practice of microdosing. Microdosing is definitely something that can go wrong. It's definitely something that people need to be educated on, not just dosages and substances, but protocols, along with ethics and legalities around the world. So there's so much that we're trying to bring across. The real reason that we created this program is that we were getting contacted by dozens of professionals in the field. Professionals like psychotherapists and doctors and nurses and psychiatrists and people whose clients were coming to them and asking them about microdosing, and they didn't know how to answer the questions. There are really no standards or ethics set in place for the facilitation of microdosing, and that's why we feel it's so important to build this training program and to fill it with 16 of the world's leading experts and clinicians and researchers, and begin to build a community where we bring microdosing into the professional world.
We have an incredible faculty. As Jim Fadiman states, this is the most comprehensive microdosing training program out there. And from the incredible world-class faculty that we have, as Adam was mentioning, we have psychedelic researchers from UCSF and UCLA. We have Dr. Jim Fadiman, who's one of our guest faculty. He's the reason why anyone microdoses. He popularized modern microdosing into the public format, and he's going to be teaching our students and answering questions and providing a really intimate container of support for our new facilitators. We have incredible clinicians from Maurice Bird, who's the trainer of all trainers. He trains harm reduction therapists all across the country. And he's going to be teaching our classmates how to talk to their clients as a clinician. We are covering the legality, we're covering ethics and standards and specific microdosing facilitation techniques. And what's really unique about our program is it's the first program in the world that teaches practitioners how to ethically guide their clients out of addiction, teaches about microdosing as an addiction interrupter, and also how to support your clients that are coming off of psychiatric drugs through the use of microdosing. And this is really an intersection that no one is talking about or educating on, that we feel so excited about, because it's a huge need. There's millions of people that are taking psychiatric medications that are needing to come off of them to prepare themselves for larger dose journeys. And so we are fulfilling that need to really empower clinicians and practitioners in the space how to hold their clients through that process, to really support them and not create new harm. The program is a series of, we have different elements, it's a very holistic program. So we have our live classes that are on Zoom every Sunday for 4 months, and those are 2 hours long. The teachers are going to be there live to answer questions and to give live presentations and really build a powerful community with the trainers that are the trainees that are going through the program. And then every other Thursday, we have our integration sessions where we get to process the course materials. We'll also have classes during that time. All of the students that go through this program are going to get a personal project to help them activate their career and start their career by honing in on their specific niche and their project. And then we'll also have practice facilitation classes where you get to partner with people in the course to actually take yourself through a microdosing protocol and practice what it looks like, what it feels like to be a microdosing facilitator. Everything is going to be recorded. So we recognize that this first cohort is during summer. So we're going to give people time, if they can't make the live classes, but we're also providing a live element because we want people to have access to these teachers and not have to just take themselves through pre-recorded sessions. So we're really having that amazing flexibility with our training program.
Yeah, we have our live classes Sunday at 2 p.m. starting July 14th. And then every other week, we also have our Thursday integration sessions, and that's at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And in those sessions, we're going to be coming together as a community, and we're going to be answering any questions that might be left over from the following Sunday's lecture, as well as hearing from a lot of the students on what's going on in their life and their current facilitation, and really taking the time again to come together as a community. We're also going to be providing all of our students with a microdosing facilitator training manual that's going to have everything in it that a microdosing facilitator is going to need, from medical intake forms to psychedelic intake forms, along with standard operating procedures to follow when you're first doing your general intake with a client. We are also going to be providing our students with a microdosing journal that's going to have a series of prompts that they're going to be able to not only use themselves throughout the class, but also share with their future clients. You're going to receive not only the microdosing facilitator training, but also the microdosing facilitator training manual that you'll be able to use as you move forward into your career in the coming years. Again, we understand everybody's busy, so if you can't make that Sunday class live, you'll be able to watch the recordings on your own schedule and at your own time.
A big part of this program is we're building a network of practitioners, both with our faculty, but also with the people that are taking the training program. So we're going to have a private group and a private community where practitioners can exchange information, learn from each other. And that's one of the most important elements that we see with our training program, is that we're building a community. It's so important as we're doing this sacred work to have other practitioners that we can process our caseloads with, process the information, and really support each other doing this transformational work. And we're also offering a premium option for anyone that's interested, where we will coach you after you take the training program and complete the training. Then for the next 4 months after that time, we'll help you start your business and really provide high-level mentorship and guidance to get you on your feet and launched as a microdosing facilitator. We are in an interesting time on Earth where the legality, it's a rapidly growing field with psychedelics. The legal landscape is constantly evolving, constantly changing. There's a nationwide movement of decriminalization, certain pockets around the US. However, this training program is for a global community, and we recognize that the legal landscape is quite nuanced and difficult to navigate. There's nothing illegal about receiving a training on how to educate and properly ethically hold people through the microdosing experience. So we're really getting ahead of the curve. A lot of our practitioners that are already joining the program, they see the need, they see how we're entering in this third wave currently right now, and wanting to become an expert in this field prior to waiting for the legalization to happen. We're really training practitioners, existing practitioners, clinicians, doctors, therapists in the space, but also new people that are entering into the space as practitioners to learn how to ethically guide others that are microdosing on their own. We're not saying and asking people to, risk their license or take that legal risk of actually providing the medicine, but it's recognizing that there's people that are currently microdosing on their own, and how do we take them through the protocol safely and really safeguard this experience for them and help them use it as a tool for growth and transformation. And we see that there's a huge need for that. There's millions of people around the world that are currently microdosing, and we're going to see in mass scale the need for ethically and trained practitioners to be able to hold their clients through the microdosing protocols and experiences.
We have been blown away with the response that we received from the international microdosing community. In the last month, we've had more than 10,000 unique visitors to our website. We've been visited by people from more than 59 different countries around the world and 48 out of 50 states in the United States. It is obvious that the time is now for microdosing and the movement of microdosing. And it's important that we professionalize it and we create a community of standards and ethics and professionals. And we are really excited to have people join us in our upcoming cohort beginning in July for the microdosing facilitator training.
There's so many gifts that can come out of this training, that not only does someone get to be a certified microdosing facilitator, but then they can teach workshops or retreats or work one-on-one with clients or in groups. There's so many different ways that people can use the training and the certification, and they get to continue on with this incredible group of practitioners that we're creating. And they get to be a part of the first cohort in the world, in North America, with the high level faculty that we get to be a part of. And for anyone that's considering this, we're really excited to welcome you to the program. This is such a gift from our hearts. This is a culmination of Adam and I for the past 5 years of our work of collaboration. We're really excited for all the people that have been joining the program, all the interest that's been out there, and we're really looking forward to training the new wave of microdosing facilitators. And it's infinite where this training program is going to take us, both on an individual, but also the fractal impact that it's going to create on society and on humanity, on the world. So thank you so much for considering this program, and we look forward to welcoming you to it.